Hey, 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 how are y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspire Interviews, and I am your host, Plum Queen. Well, New Jersey is in the
We
building.
in the building.
Yes, yes, yes. We got Quad the One
Yeah.
Big Deal. I love your name, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
That
you.
is
Thank
just
you.
that is just so up north. It's just Quad the One Big Deal. I love
Yeah,
it.
right.
Oh,
That it's so crazy. That name came from a chat line. I used to get on this chat line and just talk junk. And I was actually D.L.E, and which started off my record label, D.L.E CNT. And then at some point, I just knew that I was going to be a big. I always knew that I was going to be something, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna be a big. So I don't know why. I just Quad the One Big Deal stuck with me. My name used to be Quad, aka 211, the dirty version of 112. It was too much. Yeah,
mm.
because I used to rap to the ladies, like just strictly ladies. So at some
We're
point,
gonna get into that.
yeah,
We're gonna get into that.
yeah,
Oh,
I was in everything. Plump Queen, what's going on with you,
what's
yo?
good? What's good, man? I haven't seen you since what's his name?
Yeah,
Jason
Jace.
Oliver's
Yep,
listening party.
yep, yep,
Yeah, that
yep.
was super dope. He
That was dope.
interviewed me. Yes, it was. Interviewed me for a couple of seconds, so I had to
Yeah,
return the favor and get
yeah,
him on here so he could tell us about D.L.E. radio.
yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna start from the beginning though. Tell us a little
Okay,
bit about yourself, where you from,
okay,
and we can get into, saying how you became the CEO. So let's
right. Well, I'm originally born and raised in New Jersey. Um, uh, till about 14, moved to Florida, stayed with my father. And then I picked up some lessons in Tampa, Florida, and from there it's just been growth. Got back to Jersey maybe at the age of 18, and well, I went to North Carolina first. I was up in shout out to Raleigh. I went out to Raleigh and started going to school at Shore University. Not really, not really, but I went to Shore University with a homeboy of mine, and he was like, "Man, you got to get into the school, man." I was like, "I didn't really care for it," but the teachers up there, the professors, they was like, "Okay, how can we get you in the class?" Because he had me participating in classes and everything, and they was like, "Yo, they got real cool with me." And all the professors was like, "Yo, come, just go fill out some applications." But I ended up doing so, and of course I couldn't get in because of financial reasons or whatever. Needed a parent to sign, and so the first thing was I'm taking my ass back to Jersey. So I went back to Jersey. I get to Jersey, and after causing havoc in North Carolina, um, and I get there, and I was clueless on what my next step was. I didn't care about hanging out too much, but I'm still a street kid, so I decided to get back in the streets. Um, and luckily, I had a son. Well, when my son mother became pregnant, it stopped me from wanting to be in the streets and changed my direction.
that's good.
So the only thing I knew at that point was really like warehouse work, stupid stuff, security, things like that. So I jumped into that, and just at some point it got too tiring, and I knew I needed to change. So I ended up going and getting my electrician apprenticeship, and I went to school for that. I became an electrician, and since then it's just been, you know, trying to change the narrative of where I was going in life, and become more of a man for my son. But that's pretty much the gist of how where I came from. But I've been all over the place. My family is from Antigua, my father's side.
Hey,
Yeah, so I got some West Indian in me.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't complain about life at all. There's a lot of things that went on that I wish I could have fixed, but I'm glad it's whatever took place is where it's at.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get a little bit deeper because you,
Let's
like I
get deep.
said, yeah, you done sent me this little bio of yours. So we're gonna
Yeah.
pinpoint some things. So it says that you are an aspiring hip hop artist. So where did all that
Oh,
fit in?
oh yeah.
I you was a rapper. So what's up with that?
Yeah, well, hip hop raised me, and when I tell you that, um, I was talking about working at warehouses and stuff. Um, I I grew up listening to hip hop. I had a stepfather that just did not care to leave me alone, like let me go to school. In the morning it was time for me to go to school. My mother would go to work, and he's supposed to be taking me to school, but he's stopping at the store, grab me something. And I get back in the car with him, and he's flying to go see some other chick, and had me drinking beers and everything like that. So it was a thing where I missed a lot of schooling. I missed a lot of schooling. I mean, to the point where I barely knew what multiplication was. You know what I'm saying? Um, so just a lot of times sitting in the cars with all the shit that he was putting me through. Oops, I'm sorry. Can I cuss?
We grown. Do your
All right,
thing.
that's a bet. So, a majority of the things that he had put me through, then I turn around and I clean it up anyway,
Yeah.
right? So, with a lot of the stuff that he had me going through, man, it was like I was almost like a trained pit bull. I'm in the car just listening to music. I'm listening to house. I'm listening to R&B. I'm listening to hip hop. All day, all night. Um, he actually was a drug dealer, a big time drug dealer at one point. Um, he had me going back and forth to New York, to the Bronx, to get his cocaine or whatever. And I was his mule. I'll, have it stuffed in my drawers or under my tongue and stuff like that. And I'm talking about, I'm like, probably like six, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that area. Um, so hip hop became my father. DJ Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Mr. Magic, all these people became my father because I was listening to them. The music that was on the radio, I'm listening to them. I'm hearing what they talking about. And what ended up happening was, as I'm sitting in the car, he'll leave me in the car and go see one of his chicks, and I'm in the car just trying to write. So that was my best friend as well because I had nobody. All my friends was home. They going outside and running out. I would only see them like, man, it was almost like once a month the way he had me out with him. So I became, I didn't really get serious with rap until when I came back from North Carolina. I was rapping back in Tampa. I was rapping before I left to go to Tampa too, but it was like I was just playing around, freestyling. I wanted to be in all the rap battles with the older guys and shit like that. They used to Kwamine, like get out the cipher. But I'll be in the cipher trying to rap with them and battling these niggas, and it was fun, man. Coming up underneath grown men and being able to hang with them. But when I got back from Raleigh, North Carolina, and my first job was J.C. Penney. My grandmother got me a job at J.C. Penney's, and I'm working, and I met a homeboy there that made beats, and I'm just playing around on his beats, and all of a sudden it became a thing, and I said, okay, let me take it serious. So I was taking that serious, and I also was trying to take life serious at the same time. That's when I decided, you know what, I can't just I can't just be dangling around the city. My son on his way. I got to do something. So I took things serious then with the hip hop stuff. So it worked out. I ain't gonna lie, it worked out. It
Okay.
worked out. The problem was, at the time when I was trying to be a hip hop artist, I needed a gang of motherfuckers behind me. I,
Gotcha.
and I never been that type of person. I always been the type of person that rolls solo. I got homeboys, and but even with the niggas in the hood, um, when I didn't stay in one spot. When you hear most, street dudes that's out hustling in the streets, they're on. You know where to find them. You're gonna find them every day in the
On
same
a block.
on the same street,
They
yet
on
on the block.
that.
I never had to. I knew so many people. I was on everybody else's block making my money to the point where they'd be like, "Yo, quiet, you gotta stop coming around here." And I'm still coming around and making my money. Um, so that same mentality I took in the hip hop field. I didn't care about having a crew of niggas. I was good with just being on stage by myself. I had people that I got cool with in the music industry, that I did songs with, but majority of me was me by myself. So it was the rhymes were dope, the music was dope. I never had no bad feedback, but I just didn't have a crew to make it look like it. You know what I mean?
I understand. I got you.
Yeah. So
Rockefeller or what's those called, or a Death Row Records,
right. It's never
or
been a
the
big
ASAP Rockies, or the ASAP
right,
or whatever. Overstand.
right.
I got you.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I would tell you to spit something right now just to see if it's really real, you know.
Almost, I almost spit this water out my mouth, man.
I ain't gonna do you
Yeah.
like that. I ain't gonna do you
I
like
mean,
that.
I mean, towards the end we could do it. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no
Okay,
problem with
you
ever
said
rapping,
it.
man.
All right, so that's how
Yeah,
we gonna end out the show. I want to hear
yeah,
no sound.
yeah. I get me a nice beat and I'm on it. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So how did you transfer from doing the hip hop thing to D.L.E. Radio? How did you become the CEO of this platform?
Which okay, so to be honest, I was dealing with a situation where my son's mother, I was married to her, and we had already been going through trying to get this divorce done for about 2 years. So as I'm doing that, I ran into not ran into, but a old friend of mine's from middle school. Not even an old friend. It was one of my first girlfriends from middle school back in Tampa, Florida. Had reached out to me on. She found me on what's that? MySpace.
Ooh, that's where I get
Yeah,
my man on
you see what I'm
MySpace.
saying?
MySpace
Her
was the
MySpace
shit.
is that shit. Yeah, I created so many damn pages on MySpace, man. For real, yo. But nah, so she had found me on there and we kind of rekindled our relationship through that on some cool shit. We was just friends at first while I was doing the, divorce thing. But maybe like two, 3 months after I got all the divorce papers done, um, me and her got serious. The problem was she was in Florida, I was in Jersey. So the whole time, me and her getting real cool, and we starting to meet each other up, halfway. It was like, yo, we gotta go. Where we gonna go? Where we gonna meet up at? We need to. This is getting old, and it wasn't. This is like almost years now. I ended up. We both ended up in Atlanta, and from there we was working on family. You know what I'm saying? My thing was becoming a family man for my son and my stepdaughters and shit like that. So at some point, I, the new music that's out right now is not inspiring. I'm gonna be honest.
No, you're right. You're right.
And most of the time, it takes a good beat maker or a producer to inspire me with the beat. And because the way I am, if the beat is dope and I'm hearing it for the first time, I'm writing. Before he finished it, like my old producer, my homeboy QC, like by the time he start making the beat and by the time he end the beat, like he finished everything, I've been and already had the whole song done. So for me, it was like hearing the new music coming out. At this time it's like a lot of snap music. It's a lot of uh it's just a lot of stuff that I didn't care for. I'm in the, and there's no offense to them, but I came up off of Black Moon, Nas, and Jay's, and
Mhm.
the Biggies, the Pox, the Snoops, and
Real lyricists. I feel you.
yeah,
I
woo,
feel you. I'm not
so
nobody hustle, but yeah. Yeah.
man, it's hard going from that and being inspired by that type of hip hop and knowing that you have to be lyrically inclined and you have to have different flows to now it's very simple wording, and it's more about the beat than it is what the person is saying, and it's more about the hook. So it's the hook and the beat. So for me, it just wasn't there for me. So I kind of fell further back from that. And as I got in my little slump, I noticed that I wasn't really feeling the music. So my son used to play music from like XX Extension and then the Trippy Reds.
Is that dude with all the colorful nails and hair and all of that?
I don't know about Nels. I think he did. I
He's
think he.
supposed to be, he has some big thing about him snitching and all of that other stuff.
No, no, no. So this is the kid. No, that's that other dude. That's that other dude that's in Florida. They from in the same area. I know who you talking about. No, this dude here. Oh, you talking about 6ix9ine. You
Oh,
talking about the
whatever.
6ix9ine dude? Yeah,
One of
not that.
them. Yeah,
No,
one
not
of
him. But even him, you know what I'm saying? Like when you hear music like his and all these kids yelling on the song, everybody want to be a rock star, that wasn't for me, that was never hip hop for me, even though Run DMC did their rock stuff, and we've had some songs that had rock in it, but they took on the whole persona of being a rock star. They want to yell in their songs. And they're singing now. It's no more. They're not really rapping. They're singing more. So for me, I was like, my son is playing his music, and I'm like, yo, what the is that? Get stop. I'm not listening to that.
them.
You know, Nas just dropped a new album. Put that on.
That
So I'm
part.
listening. I'm listening to shit like that, and one day I don't know if I was at a gas station or something, and I get in the car, and me and my son is driving. And I hear this kid like he just going at it, rapping on this beat. I'm like, yo, who's that? And it was XXXTentacion, you know. And I was like, damn, hold up. So old boy can rap, I was like, yo, let me hear something else like this. I was like, yeah, I need to hear shit like that. And he's like, okay, he got a couple more. He playing them. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm like, okay, I see what happened. The songs that's out are the commercial ones. These are the ones that I don't care for. The emo music is what they was calling at the time.
Nah, you're educating me because
Yeah.
I checked out of hip hop a minute ago, and now I listen
See.
to conscious hip hop. Like my homeboy
Yeah.
Mar Milton, dope
Okay.
hip hop artist out of Long Island. You definitely need to check him
I
out.
gotta check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I listen
I'm
to
looking
Future
for.
Soul and Lava. I listen to them.
See, you
Yeah,
saying names that I ain't heard because I tune.
Bontrell.
See, I need see those are people that I need to know more of, because I've tuned out a lot only because I'm trying to open my ears for some of the stuff that I had already tuned out. So I feel like if I stop listening to it, which is a hard way to balance your conscious rap, your your bouncy rap. It's all kinds of genres of the rap, but now it's like you gotta you got to kind of keep up with what's going on, but at the same time I try to keep it authentic. So I just so happened to realize that I was one of them old niggas. I was one of the old niggas that was like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Mhm.
So
That
I
part.
don't want to hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so I say, you know what? If I was to play some of the songs that I heard from these different artists, because now I'm checking. After I heard those few songs, now he had me go listen to. If it wasn't for him, I would have never checked out Lil Uzi. I would have never been listening to Trippie Redd. Even the kid, he passed away, Juice World.
I don't know none of them names.
Yeah,
I know Little Uzi Vert, and I kind of just named them all that. They all them Little
so
Uzi
yeah,
niggas. That's
yeah.
my name for all of
Nah,
them.
yeah, I'm with you. I was with you. But it took me. I'm telling you, it took me to hear him really rap for me to say, oh shit, these kids are actually rapping. They do got something to say. Let me listen to what these other kids are saying. So I thought about it. I said, you know what if I can bridge the gap between these young boys and myself, and people like myself, to do like, now why this gonna park right next to me? So I'm like, so maybe I could do something different and get us in one on one station, one wavelength. Maybe I could play those songs for people like myself that are hearing and be like, oh, who is that? Oh, that's him. Okay, maybe I can listen to some of the other stuff that he got, and then also play some of the classic shit that we have.
Mhm.
So them kids would be like, oh, that's how they was rapping. Okay, let me get involved with that. But then I also thought about the fact that R&B is not what it has been, right? A lot of the young ladies out here don't even know how to be loved anymore because, I mean, all the music is saying, let's fuck. I'm going to steal you from your man. Shit like that, right?
Yep.
So, what I decided was we got to change that too. I'm used to the WBLSs and the Kiss FMs, Quiet Storms, and stuff like that, right? So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a Quiet Storm on steroids. No talking, just good music. No, I hate you so much right now from Khalees, and then the next song you hear Luther Vandross trying to sing your panties. You know what I'm saying? It's like you fucking up the mood here, fam. So
Contradictory.
you know what I'm saying? So, you want sometimes you want to be able to get in the mood and stay in that mood for a minute, or if you in the mood, you want to come out of that mood, but sometimes the music can get you out of it, right? So I decided what I will also do is instead of jumping around with songs, we stay on the same path. If we talk about making love, we talk about making love throughout the whole session, right? If we talking about heartbreak, we're gonna talk about heartbreak and get through it. Get through this shit so we can get away from it, right? Get it behind us. If we need some inspiration, we're gonna talk about that. But it's never gonna be love, inspiration. I hate your ass. Fuck you. I love you. I'll cut your dick off. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be none of that.
I I totally understand. That's kind of how I feel about these podcasts I'm making. Like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have different niches, and there's
Right.
different energies for different things. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of spreading them out in these podcasts. Like this is inspiring other people. This is about other folks. This is about
Right.
instead of me. My childhood trauma podcast is about childhood traumas.
That's right.
My accountability podcast is about to come on, and that's unapologetic, raw, uncut truths.
As right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we got other stuff where I'm healing, I'm all love, and I'm
That,
all light, and all that other stuff. So I totally
right.
get it. And even with music, I still do playlists.
See?
I have a playlist for love.
For
I
it,
got a playlist for my bumping. I got playlists for
exactly.
reggae music. I got playlists for my
Exactly.
white music. It's a vibe. So I don't like
Yeah.
bouncing back and forth either. You
Ah.
know what I'm
And
saying?
you definitely don't want to be in a if you with your man or your girl and you getting it in, last thing you want is how you doing? You listening to WBLS and we about to do that. And then a commercial come on, shit like that. So what I decided to do, most DJs when they are playing music, they're playing music until the song go off and it'll just fade off and then the next song come on. Or it'll play the song, then the next song come on. Or they playing one song talking about I love you and all the other stuff. Then the next song, even though it's R&B, is speaking on cheating and shit like that. So I decided keep it on the same topic. We're not gonna just let the song go off. We're gonna blend these motherfuckers in. So by the time this one going off, the other one is already coming on, and you could it's a
Love
mix.
it. Yes.
It's a
You're from
mix.
Jersey, but that's what I did from New York. Yes. Yes.
Word, it's a mix, man. You going and it's nonstop. Not that it's nonstop. Most of the times because I really get involved. Like so, the whole time when I was younger, like just to do a little quick flashback, as I'm sitting in the car with my stepfather, one thing about him is he did teach me street smarts, and he also taught me about R&B. And so, wow, 20%, I got us. So what I ended up doing was I decided that what I know a lot of R&B songs, classic ones, new ones, and it's hard for me to, you know, it's hard for me to fuck up. I get into it. So like, there's songs when I was a kid, like Stephanie Mills, right? Power of Love,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
I the bass line of it, the it's certain things. Tony Tone, just
Okay.
me and you. The bass line of that bitch.
Mhm.
Like certain things I love. And my family is very musically inclined anyway, so it's in my veins. So I know how one bass line gonna come is playing. And I could before the song is off, I could think of another song and be like, oh, this song will go dope, right?
Okay.
And it's just going right into it. So if you're in the if you're in the mood with your peoples, or if you're not in the mood, it's gonna get you in the mood. But if you in a bad mood and it's about hurt and pain, I'm gonna help you walk up out of there. You're gonna get that cry out of you, and then you know what I'm saying. We get better. We move on. So
So it
that's been
sounds
the
like you D.L.E. Radio is going to be on AMPspire Media Network
uh,
because
yeah,
we need that type of music type
yeah,
situation on what I'm saying on this channel
yeah,
because I love that.
yeah. We do how yo. I got. I mean, we got house, hip hop, of course. We do Afro beats, we do reggae, we do R&B, we do classic soul, and we just have fun. We just have fun. And when I say hip hop, it's not just boom bap hip hop. Again, I lived in Tampa, Florida for my high school years. So guess what? I got some Two Live Crew, some Luke up in there. You know what I mean? I got exactly. I got a word because Tampa has been good to me. Tampa, Florida has been good to me. I learned a lot out there, and
Never been there. Shout out to Tampa.
yeah, there are good people out there, man. I've lost a lot of people that's from there, but it's a lot of good people still out there that I know, and it's always been love. Every time I go out there, I get a lot of love out there. So that's my second home. So I'm going to represent for them as well. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So I ended up just, I say, you know what? I got so many things I want to do, so many messages I want to get by. The only way I could do it is through music. I know one thing. I know music, so I'm gonna push that music out there.
Well,
That's
this
the
is
move.
coming
Yeah.
from someone who went to LaGuardia High School. I was a vocal major, so I went to
Okay.
LaGuardia High School. So music is how I express myself. I do everything
Okay.
with music. I cannot clean up. I cannot get up. I can't wash my ass without a
Without
song.
music,
You know what I'm saying?
yo, I'm the same way.
I get my messages from my ancestors from music.
Mm.
When I can't express, and I have no trouble with expressing myself, but a lot of times it'll just be a song that'll just say my whole life, and I'll get
Right.
that cry out, and it makes me understand. You know what I'm saying? That someone else understands me. Like the song "Bittersweet Symphony" by The Verve.
You better
That
talk.
song got me through my accident.
Yeah.
That's the song that brought me comfort. Don't ask me why. That of all songs,
I
that
get it.
song, the chorus, just really it just touched me and it just had me, you know what? It's a bittersweet life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to make ends thing, trying to find some
Yeah.
money and then you die. Walking down this road that I've never been down. Like I was feeling that and it really
Yeah.
got me through my accident. I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. So yeah, music is everything. Like it's a
Everything.
whole language. It changes your mood. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just so much. So like this is dope. I didn't even know that she was this musically,
Yeah.
inclined, right?
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Like
I'm so into music. It's just crazy. I find music to be such of a healer, for so many things. You know what I mean? Music. I've seen music do better things for people than weed. Everybody think they could bond through smoking weed, right? I've seen people bond through music so much quicker and better and build so much more. So
that
uh,
vibration. It's the
yeah,
vibration, especially as a
yeah,
melanated people, we're connected to that.
yeah,
That's honestly
most
how we
definitely.
communicate with each other and you know what I'm saying, and the source. So
Yep,
that's in our DNA.
yep.
Absolutely. So yeah, we definitely got to get you
Yeah,
definitely got to get you on this channel
I'm
because
with it.
that's what I'm talking about. You said Kiss FM,
Yeah,
TLS, that's what
WBLS.
I'm talking about. Hey,
Yeah, yeah. People don't
oh,
be knowing. I still listen to it here. Which is crazy. I'm in Atlanta, still listening to New York music. I mean New York radio, but um, I for one, I just that's my challenge. That's my competition. Because I can listen to radio stations here, and I know I'm whooping it. I'm whooping it.
I know
you
that's
know. Yeah. So my competition is New York stations because I want to make sure, and not really competition. I'm competition. I'm looking up to them. Because I see, and so my quiet storm is called the love scene. You
Love
know,
me. Okay.
yeah. So it because that's what it represents. Make
Okay.
sure it's a scene. It's a scene every time. It's a different scene.
Now, how
So
does that now? Okay, so now we're gonna get into it. So, how does that work? How do you, I guess, schedule your programming? Is it
well,
a specific day for love, or you have different days? How does that work?
yeah. So what I do is I first I have to mix. First I have to do the mix, and really, sometimes it takes me a minute because it gotta be a vibe.
Mhm.
I can't just throw any songs together. And on a daily basis, on a regular day, if I put a playlist together on iTunes or something, it's just playing music. But the music it'll shuffle so dope. You think I made a fucking playlist for whatever reason. So what I decided to do was, not decided, but what I do is I give it some time. I'll put together a dope ass R&B mix, all the songs that sound similar, and I'll gradually, change the flow up of it, but it still speak the same language. And then I would I don't do talkovers or anything like that because I hate when people talk over music. You know what I'm saying? Like you throwing off the vibe,
Okay.
fam. So
Okay.
throwing off the
Sorry,
vibe.
DJ Khaled, but you be fucking us
Yeah.
up
So
sometimes. See
Funk
the finish.
Flex.
Finish.
Funk
Oh,
Flex.
especially Flex.
He's
Oh,
the
all
worst, yo. He is the worst. Clue used to be bad at it too. But yeah, what I've done was I'll talk at the beginning, just an introduction or whatever. 10%. Hold on 1 second. Let me get that charger real quick. And I think I'm gonna switch it up too. But yeah, so um, you know, I decided to talk at the beginning just as an intro, outro, but everything in between is all music.
time.
Yeah. So at that point, what I'll end up doing is I'll just I load it up into the database and I schedule it. Normally it comes on 10 p.m., not 10 p.m., 9 p.m. on Sundays, but I'm changing that schedule soon. I got to figure out how this is going to work. I don't know. I got other shows that schedule. No, I got a show that scheduled at 9 p.m. on Sunday. So normally I play on Sundays at 10 and Monday evenings at 8. No, at 9. Just so whoever missed it the night before can get it this day.
Okay. Now I got an idea. Now that's the thing you're gonna learn about me. I'm full of ideas. If you get to talking and
Okay.
telling me something, I'll fit a whole business plan right in front of you. You
Okay,
ever
that's
thought
good.
about selling those playlists? Like my stepdad and my mom, what they did was they digitally mastered music from the 50s all the way up to the early 90s. And we used to sell them. That's how we made a living and was able to move to Georgia because we were selling them tapes at first, cassette tapes, and then we changed it to CDs when CDs came about. And he
Right.
had different series. So
Right.
he had the Soul Gold series. He had about 8 volumes of it. So it was all the best songs
You remember
from
those?
70s, 80s. And just like you do, he would blend them in. All the songs would go along with the same kind of concept type
Yeah.
situation. Yo, we lived off of that for about
Yeah.
6 years,
Yeah.
selling them on Jamaica Avenue. We had a homeboy putting out flyers. My
Yeah.
mom's had me selling the tapes when I was running her business at 12. So everything you doing right now is my whole childhood right now. That shit is so dope. You should sell that.
You
You
know,
should sell
and
those.
I thought about it, and you know what I've done? I've put mixes online, and then I took them down. I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna sell them, but
You
I am.
should.
It's just that what's sad. Um, when you act, I got stepdaughters. All the music they listen, they don't listen. They're not listening to R&B the way we used to listen to it. And even some of the grown folks, they're so caught up with the way things are. You find some grown people following the younger ones. There's we're not influencing these young kids no more. So I've heard of a lot of. I see, and I'm getting ready to. I got my TikTok just started. I just got my
Okay.
1,000 followers on there, so I'm about to start popping on it. I'm start doing
Okay.
live.
You're doing better than me. I ain't nowhere near 1,000 yet. You're doing better than
Well,
me.
Don't worry, we can grow together over there. That's what we doing. We
I'm
got a
with it.
trip.
Teach me. I'm here for it. Let me know what I'm missing.
Real talk. We recently I just hit 1,000, but once I get everything situated, I'm trying to right now to figure out how to um, get my system into the phone to play on TikTok or Instagram or definitely not Facebook because they ban everything. But I want to be able to play
I may
music.
can
If
help you out with that. There's some programs that I've been seeing that I've been looking into to use myself,
oh
so I can
yeah,
possibly push them up.
so
Yeah,
yeah, I need help.
because when
I
I
need
because I work now, so I need to start posting as a program. I think it's called Zapier or something like that. And you
hmm
can pretty much for a whole week set up every post that
okay.
you want on multiple platforms.
I need to know. We got a
Yeah,
link.
we will talk offline. We'll definitely talk offline.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to, um, you know, do a disservice by not being able to play certain songs. It's even to the point where I'm going to play some R. Kelly songs. It is just what it is. The man is a genius when it comes to music, just music. Okay, but
Anybody that was born in the 90s, R. Kelly's in your DNA. I'm gonna assume that his phone died, so I'm sure that he will be back. But he is super dope. I had no idea that his station, what I'm saying, was like that. 'Cause I met him at the lead singer of the group Soul for Real, Jason Oliver. He had a listening party at MC. Let me get it right. MMD ATL Studios. Shout out to them if you're an artist and you need some studio time. You should absolutely check them out. They are located in Atlanta. It is MMD. That's MMDL ATL Studios. Yeah. So met him there. So he was interviewing me. So I kind of assumed when I looked at him, if anybody's from up north, like hits on the street or something like I thought he was one of those commentary people. So I didn't know that his radio station was playing music, just like the radio stations when I was growing up. That is super dope to me, and I feel very nostalgic because everything he's speaking about is what I experienced growing up when it comes down to music. You know, I listen to music a lot, but I've definitely tuned a lot of stuff out based off of a lot of things that he said. Because yeah, I come from a different era. You had to actually know how to sing. You had to actually know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? To actually, have a deal and to be out there on the radio and whatnot. So yeah, what they got going on now these days is a tad bit different, for the kid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need to bring that old thing back and we need to teach these little kids, about it. So I'm excited. I cannot wait, what I'm saying, for him. I'm claiming it. He don't know it, but he will be on D.L.E. radio. Is definitely going to be on. Send the link to my gram. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. You're going to have to send him the link back here. Let's see if I can figure that out. I have never done that before. How do you do that? I appreciate y'all's time, energy, and patience because we need to get quite a one big deal back up in here. So let's find him. Here we go. And we being a little ghetto, I have to go on and manually send this to him. So yeah, I'm excited to have him on and to really bring back music. Like I really like the fact that he wants to bridge the gap because a lot of these kids have no clue. Honestly, most of the music that they listen to are nothing but samples. You know what I'm saying? From older music. We definitely did that in our era as well. You know what I'm saying? But they need to learn. So hopefully that one, yes, I did it right. Okay, awesome with the salsa. All right, so he should be back really, really soon. But I am just, I'm just really excited, that we're going to have this new thing. We're also going to be having a boy, Jamar Milton. I spoke about him earlier. He's also going to be putting his music on the channel. So, like I said, music is very a much big part of my life and, of me growing up. So to have that on there is going to be, super dope because I definitely want to vibe like that. And I don't even have to figure it out. He's just going to show up, and be on it. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully he'll be back in a couple of seconds so we can wrap this up. And because I have a couple of more questions for him, and he owes us a couple of bars. I don't know how many, but he owes us some bars. He said he said he was gonna spit a little something. So we waiting on that. So let's see. Because I want to hear that. I definitely want to hear that. Like, music, I love when I, get around real MCs. Like, bringing back up my homeboy Jamar. Like, it's really refreshing to, to hear somebody who can actually spit and, talking about, things of substance. Because that's another, when with music, like you said, music is very powerful. Music brings people together. You know what I'm saying? Music can also destroy. It can, if you just think about honestly what our children are listening to, the lyrics and all of that, that stuff is molding them, molding their minds and how they see things. You know what I'm saying? So music is the easiest and honestly one of the most effective ways, to honestly relate to children. To get them to listen to you. So if we had more positive, oriented music, definitely bumping, you got to give them, got to entertain them. But, the music that they listen to should be educating them, in some form of fashion, especially about themselves. So I'm really excited, that he is doing this. Okay. Here we go. Yes, there we go.
Man, listen.
I was
Let me
doing my
tell you something. You right? Yo, the phone died and everything on me. I'm like, yo, stop playing. But you know what? I had a backup phone.
See, I got two phones, one for the plug. I got two
Word.
phones too. I hear you. Okay, so I was definitely trying to talk it up, you know what I'm saying? Get that time going while you came back. So what I was just
True.
saying, how what you're doing is super dope because a lot of the stuff that our children are listening to is rather destructive. Like you were saying, how music can bring us together, but it can also tear us
Right.
apart. And it's been doing that. Like you see, all these rappers are dying and all of that jazz. And honestly, that's because of the music that they're making. That's a part of it. When the energy you put out is the energy you get back. Words are like
Right.
magic spells. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You manifest with the tongue. So if you're talking about drugs, and killing and dying, you're gonna bring that to your life.
Right.
So
Definitely.
we need more positivity. We need
We
to bring
do.
it to
We
love.
do.
They had their things back in the days, but most of the music was about love, especially R&B
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff. It wasn't
And
just all about
it,
sex.
it wasn't all about sex. It wasn't all about I'm gonna steal you. I'm gonna steal you from your nigga. It's
Yeah,
because I'm
it
a
wasn't
rich
like that at all.
nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and you
It was
also
it definitely
you had to know how to sing. You had to know how
had
to.
to know
Had to know how to,
exactly,
or there was the.
man.
It didn't matter how you look. I just think about the movies that I used to watch about the old groups
Hmm.
like Five Heartbeats or Jackson
Right.
Five, and if you look at
Temptations.
some of the people like when they be having those contests or concerts, some ugly. I'm talking about the dudes. Most of the women are cute.
I
They
know
be
what you're
having
talking about.
ugly dudes, but because they can sing, honey, they sing them draws right off the bird on the stage in the audience. So it didn't matter if they was ugly, as long as they could sing. Now all you
Yeah.
gotta look good. What comes out your mouth don't matter. They just throw some auto tunes on it, get somebody else to write the lyrics for you, and you just show up and show out. And they can't even do a live show.
That's it. You got the money. You got the money. We got you. If you look like you got money and fast cars and shit like that, you move. You must be doing something, so we gonna support it. You know,
Yeah, and
it's it's a it's a it's an industry of fake it to make it. You know, so but yeah, I definitely like I think I was saying about the R. Kelly stuff. I still play R. Kelly music, not everything, just the ones that I really um liked. It's
Mhm.
been a minute since I put one of his songs in a mix of mine, only because you know things been so sensitive these days. But I am going to be doing that because one thing nobody can take away is the man made some
Man,
great
they
baby
have
making
talent.
music.
Man, we could talk about we could talk about R. Kelly all day. R. Kelly,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, was pretty much a victim turned predator. And if y'all gonna be mad at
yeah,
that, you need to get at his aunties, his mama, every person, every teacher
everybody.
that knew that was going on with him. Like people saw the
Yeah,
documentary, and it was like all they saw, all they heard was what he did. They didn't hear
yeah,
the thing. It's like they xed
yeah.
out the fact that he was molested, that people knew he was
Right,
being,
right.
and then nobody said nothing. And you know what I'm saying?
And,
And
and
yeah,
trust, and I know some people that have been through some things, and those actions actually had them thinking this was the way of life, you know.
mhm.
So, and I'm not, you know,
And
standing up for anything that he's done because I don't believe in none. I don't condone none of that shit that they say he did or that he's been penalized for doing.
I
But
would
I
kill
do
that
feel
nigga if
like,
that was one of my kids. Like people don't
who you
understand. I
telling?
would hurt that nigga. I would
Who you,
absolutely he would not been in jail. He'd have been dead. But guess
I don't
what?
care, man. Who you telling?
Those parents, they served their child up to them. So this is why you want to be politically correct. Listen,
Right,
okay, you know what I'm
right,
saying? Where were their parents? You're talking about children. Most of these women,
right.
their kids to this man for the money. You thought you was gonna get a payout. You thought your daughter was gonna sing and do something, and y'all knew about
Yeah.
that. I remember in high school
Le-
hearing about him.
Leaving them alone,
Yeah,
leaving them alone with this man. And I'm sitting here like, yo, I would never leave my daughters with any man.
any man for that
You know
matter.
what I'm saying?
Word. So if the
Look,
parents
one of my
got that attitude, then I can't be. Listen,
yeah, yeah. But so I try to do is with the music is I got a lot of classics. We already lost a lot of greats in the R&B field, so I play a lot of their music um, with some new stuff. So it's not like you just get all old classic. You're gonna get some new stuff. You can get some old stuff. Blended in. But it's always dope. One of my pet peeves is I hate when DJs blend two songs that don't mix. Well, I mean, don't match. You
I can.
know, even if they got like the R&B song, it like because I look at things like if the R&B song is a song that we haven't heard in a long time, give us give us the song. Don't put no extra beat to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to hear this extra beat you put into it. We want to enjoy the actual song 'cause we haven't heard it in some time. So I do shit like that. I try not to, to mess the flow up. I'm all about a good vibe, and that's about it.
So let me ask you
Some
this:
of the things.
you know how to do?
Uh huh.
You know how to be a real DJ? You know how to fick it? You know how to do that?
Scratch. So with the right turntables, with some old techniques, yeah. With the controller that I have now, a little something, and I say that because I learned on the techniques and I never really mastered it. So I know how to catch it and I know how to catch the turntables and everything. And I could transition and shit like that, but I never been a big scratcher. I never been a big song scratcher and shit like that. I don't even consider myself to be a DJ. You know,
That you're giving me DJ vibes. That's why I asked, because
I
like,
know, I know.
and these random people be showing up talking about they a DJ. Like when I watch
Yeah,
reality TV, DJ Duffy and all this other. And to be quite honest, none of them look like they doing any ficky stuff. They look like they just got these songs and they
that's it.
and flicking it.
Yeah,
So Bruh,
And
they sound like you
that's
can,
but
and they're making bread off that, so you might want to.
that's the new thing. The new thing is just because with the new system now is these programs you can just sync the music and they're gonna be on beat with each other. You ain't gotta do but so much. You sync it, you make sure it's playing together, and the next thing you know, that's why you don't see them doing too much scratching. All they doing is twisting buttons and tapping buttons and turning shit up and down. And I'm like, yo, that's not DJing. That's fucking off on the damn tables. Leave the shit alone, man. We want to hear the shit the way it's supposed to sound.
I hear you, but
Goddamn
they're making
planes going
bread.
through the
But these
song.
people are making bread. Like
Yeah, they are. They are. They are. I
you
ain't
might
taking nothing away from them.
get the right hip hop artist and be their DJ, because that seems to be the thing now. Like I'm just thinking about something I saw on TV. What's the dude's name? French Montana. You know, when he goes
Right.
on tour, I think the Duffy chick was supposed to be his official DJ. So whenever he tours, that's who plays his music. So you might want to
Mm.
one of these hip hop artists and be that person. Their music.
Yeah, that I don't think a lot of the artists that I'm running into, I don't think they think that far. It's
Mm,
crazy. It's sad to say. Um, One of my shows that I was going to do, I spoke to the artist prior to it, and I said, "Hey, listen, I want every artist to have their music with the DJ prior, like maybe a week prior. Let him get to know your music. Shout out to DJ Smith. Let him get to know your music so that he could blend your music in. I don't want to do the I want to do the same thing. Like you take a break. Hey, yo, we got this person coming up on stage, yada, yada, yada. I want to do all that. I want the songs to be playing and everybody just chilling, and all of a sudden they just see a dude with the mute, like they hear the song come on, they just jamming, and all of a sudden they turn around, it's a motherfucker on stage performing. Who the fuck is that? Who
gotcha.
is that? I need to know who that is, especially if the song is good. I don't even allow more than 6 artists to perform at any of my events because I want you to know who they were. I don't want you to
Right.
forget them. I don't need 20 artists all over the stage. Just come perform, give us a good vibe, and take
Okay.
your ass home to your family.
That's
So we can all go home and be safe.
okay.
Real
Cool.
talk.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, I love it. D.L.E radio. Y'all should absolutely, y'all have to
Yes.
tune in. Let me get your ticker popping. Definitely set it up. Yes, you need to find him everywhere. So I want you to
Yes.
give us some last words, because I'm gonna let you go and handle your business, get back to your family, because you're a big deal.
You sure now? Did you hold on? But before you go, like, did you get what you need out of it? Did you get the question?
Oh,
All the
absolutely. We got
any
the
question?
story. I already set it up
Okay.
in my mind that you're gonna be on my channel. I already, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
My audience
yeah,
already know what they gonna be getting. Now the only
yeah.
thing I do need is some bars. I don't know how many bars. I don't know if it's 16 bars, 4 bars, as many bars you want to give me. But that's how
I
we gonna.
mean, it depends on which way you want to go with it. I could go, you know what I mean? What you want? You want some streets or you want some
Nah, we talking
um
about
you want
love and R&B and stuff like that. So to give
oh
us,
you are oh
yeah,
you want to go that way.
yeah, give us some love,
All
cool
right.
J. I need love, something,
Oh, okay.
something.
Well, I got you. This ain't my first time I see you walking on my street, sweatpants, Tim's on, looking real sweet. It's kind of cold, so you gotta snuggle up the jewels to make it warm. Ain't no man standing next to you, so put me on. Like, listen, man, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't
Okay,
know. I could.
KKK. All right.
Yeah.
So now it sounds like
So
you make me a song for one of my podcasts.
I got you on that. I got you on that. I know that was a little bit, but that's like I just, I try
No,
to.
that was enough. I got the I know rapper, but I know flow. I know flows. Like when
Yeah,
you kind of songs,
yeah,
I listen to everything. I learn a song so I can hear the background music, so I can be humming the horns in the back and stuff
yeah,
like that. So one of them. So
yeah,
yeah, I hear
yeah,
it. I hear you. I hear
yeah.
you.
Most of my music come like I said when it comes to my songs, I'm writing to the beat. I'm writing to the beat. I'm like the beat got to tell me something. So if the beat is speaking to me. I'm telling a story with the beat. So I'm never just gonna be saying some random shit. Even like my questions, like when I talk to people on my talk show, I'm not writing none of these questions down. I'm a freestyler.
You know,
You
I
definitely
feel like
popped
it's
up.
more
That
organic.
2 minutes, you definitely came up with them questions real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
weren't even gonna interview me.
I
I had
know.
to, like, oh, you gonna leave me out, and you pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, like 20 heads back to back. Yo, and the crazy thing is, every event that I go to, and that's that. Like that night, that wasn't nothing. I do like 40 interviews back to back, and just different questions. You know, some of them get some of the same questions, but they're never similar. You know, the first two might, what's your name, where you from. But other than that, I listen, and I watch what they might their attire, their stance. I read body language, and I go off of that. If they got a demeanor about them, I go off of their demeanor, and I'm finding out why you, like what is going on inside you right now, like what's built up, and sometimes they'll just start telling it, and then I just catch it from right there. We go on. Next thing you know, it's like, yo, I remember you from last time. You know what I'm saying? We gotta connect, because a lot of these fellas, this is what I like doing. 57-minute conversations about life, and getting the stories out there, because I got so much to tell. I'm trying to put a movie together for real, because it's a lot that
Here to
took
distribute it.
place in my life.
I'm here to distribute it.
Don't don't play with me, because
I'm
I'm
not playing.
ready.
I'm dead
I
ass.
just gotta put it.
I am dead
I
ass
just
right
gotta put it
now. I am
together.
for it.
So we gonna talk, because I just gotta put it. My problem is I wrote it some time ago. I had a BlackBerry, and majority of the story is written on this BlackBerry that I can't find. But it's not something that I'll never lose, because it's in my heart. It's something that truly happened. Um,
Okay.
and everybody's saying like, "Yo, do a book." I can't sit there and write it. I gotta be telling it. I'm even thinking about doing the audio, just
Audio book.
talking.
Yep. Audio book. Because I can't write either.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
talk. Do an audio book.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't ask me to write it out.
Now,
Yeah,
I
so
will say,
I gotta,
writing down stuff, they say when you write stuff down is a great way to
yeah,
help manifest things, because when you're writing it,
it is
reading it, it's in your mind. Now, you got 10
right,
people, so you might want to do that. It'd be too much for me. I try, I type a bit. But I write too.
right,
My job actually
right.
gets writing. I have to actually fill out stuff. So I'm actually getting back into writing. I used to write poetry,
Yeah,
that stuff, and kind of felt
see,
uninspired. So I haven't really gotten
that's
around
what
to really being able
that's
to,
where I was at.
because
Yeah, I completely understand.
about negative. Well, I won't say negativity. It was about the things that I was lacking in my life. Like actually
Right.
reading and writing kind of only motivated to do those things when I'm lacking something.
Mhm.
So if I feel like I need
Right.
something and there's a book that's going to tell me how to get it, I'll read it from cover to cover in one day. You know what I'm saying? And as
Hmm.
far as poetry, when I was younger and I wanted to have sex and I was a virgin and everybody else was having sex with me, when I felt
Yeah.
abandoned and stuff like that, I would write those feelings down in a book.
Right. Right.
I would do it in poetry. But once I got happy or just moving on, I don't have the urge
And you
to.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right. Because you
So
wasn't there.
I want to change that
And
though. I want to be able to be inspired by the positive things in my life and be able to put that in art form.
well, you know what happens? I've learned for myself. I have to be in a good, feel good place to just be able to do whatever I want with my pen. When I'm not in a good place, it's hard for me to write anything other than where I'm at that moment. But when I'm in a good place, man, I could write anything I want. I listen. I done created 6 different scripts in my head in a night about different movies, but I won't write them down because I'm like, damn, I want to record these movies with no script. Let me just get the idea out there.
But I mean, if you can pull it off, Jay-Z don't
Look,
don't
everybody
don't,
says,
don't write, right? He made albums and ain't wrote a lyric yet. So
listen, Snoop Dogg did that whole first album, not Murder Was the Case, Doggy Style. That
mhm.
whole album is freestyle.
Okay.
You might not know it, but if you listen to what he's doing on that album, he freestyled that whole album.
Okay.
and
He
it's a
ain't never
classic.
said that. I don't know why he ain't never said that to put that on out there.
He yeah, it's that whole album. If you listen to that album, you can tell he freestyle. Ain't no but if he's writing that the way he wrote that, then it wasn't that great. But you could tell he freestyled that album.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah,
Now I'm not a rapper, so you know what I'm saying. I can't.
right,
Yeah, I don't got that skill.
right. But no, but what I'm saying is his freestyle was absolutely out of this world because he was connecting words. Now, I do believe in certain songs like the one he did like Lottie Dottie. I think the one he did with the Snoop the Slick Rick joint that he made. I believe that is he wrote certain. I think he might have wrote certain ones, but there's a lot of them he did not write down. You could tell the way he was coming at those songs. He was just so it was so gritty, which made it so dope. So that's one of my favorite albums.
Okay. Duly noted. So when you get into Guinness
Yeah,
Book, we're gonna dig it. That's gonna be a fun fact about you when you become famous. Favorite album.
yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So give the people your last, words of positivity. Tell them where they can find you. And yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna move on and let you have the rest of your evening.
What I want to tell you guys is don't let nobody tell you anything about age. Don't let nobody tell you what your expiration date is when it comes to your dreams. Keep going. Don't stop for nobody. And nobody can tell you what's a you know what I mean? Like can nobody tell you when you should stop. Or nobody gonna see the vision that you have. And that's all I really want to say because I know a lot of people like I'm 43 and till this day I still remember somebody telling me, "Yeah, don't you think it might be time to stop?" You know what I'm saying? And honestly, shit just started. It's just starting and it's getting better. You know, but I want to say don't let nobody put an expiration date on your talent, on the things that you know that on your dreams. Period. But you can follow me on Instagram and anywhere, Twitter at uh, Father One Big Deal. That's KWATHE, the number one big deal. Um, I prefer a lot of you guys to just follow the radio station, even though the radio station, and I was doing that because I had way more followers than the radio station. I'm like, yo, I got to get people to know who the radio station is. But now the radio station is out. It's just like it's just shadowing me, like running my ass over. I don't even have to say too much anymore. And when I step into a building, people know who I am, and they don't know quite a one big deal. They know D.L.E. Radio.
Okay. Well,
That's what I wanted.
that's a good thing. Know your business. That's what's
Yeah,
up. That's
yeah, yeah. They know the business. They know the business. They just don't know the name behind the business. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But
okay.
yeah, you guys can follow us on there. We also have a Facebook page. Listen, if you're an artist, if you have a business, if you have a movie that you are putting out, and you would love for you want to get a little bit more exposure. Our website is pushing about 400 a month. Yeah, that's in a month, like every 3 weeks. I think we got like that's the traffic for an unknown radio station. And we got 6,000 active listeners, 6,300 and some change active listeners on Live 365 and throughout the U.S. and also um, overseas. So we got listeners in the UK, Canada. I seen some from Greenland. I mean, we got a lot of listeners. So if you reggae, whatever it is, dance, whatever you do, singing music. And yes, we have to keep the lights on over here. Nobody's trying to charge nothing crazy, but we want to make sure that we can help you guys as you help us grow. Um, that's pretty much it. If you got if you got a film or a movie or anything you want to promote, you got music videos. We got a page on our website, dleradio.com. Just come through, check it out, and see if we can be a good fit for your business, your brand. But we can help out. So that's about it.
All right, quite a one big deal. I appreciate that. We're gonna have to talk because I want to be on D.L.E. radio.
Let's do it, yo. I mean, you
I would love.
pushing you now. You pushing dope over there, and I tell people all the time. I use that saying because I come from that era of when it's dope. Like, and you can't deny that. You know what I mean? So if you pushing dope, I want it over here because I seen what you done. You have, man, first of all, I gotta commend you because you don't have to broadcast, uh, your journey to people. And people don't know what other people go through, um, and they don't understand how complicated it is to tell your story. Sometimes, and how you got to that point to be able to tell your story. They don't know, and they don't know the people that you touching. But you doing it like effortlessly. So continue to do that shit. I got your back. I'm down. I would look. You help me. I help you. But this
Real
ain't even
talk.
about help. It's about supporting each other. All right.
Absolutely.
So, Plum Queen, you sis, you already know it. I'm down for you. So we good. We in there.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
DLE
right.
Radio and AMPspire Media. We about to make history in this bitch. I am
That's
here
right.
for it. I really
That's
appreciate
right.
your time, your energy, and everything you're doing. You're dope. So real recognize real.
Thank
So you know what I'm saying? Like
you.
absolutely. So y'all gonna see more, you know what I'm saying, quite one big deal, you know what I'm saying, on this here good
Word.
platform. Appreciate you.
Word.
Love you. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Check him out. Facebook, DLE Radio, IG, Quarter One Big Deal, YouTube, DLE Radio. Make sure you check him out. All
Yes.
right.
Yo, check me. Yo, Plum Queen. Y'all keep up with her. Y'all see what she doing out here. Yo, thank you again. I appreciate you so much.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
your patience.
it. Yeah,
All
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I got you. I got you. Greatness
right,
takes
that's a bet.
time. Greatness takes time. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It does.
All
All
right. Well,
right, that's a bet. Well, I'm out of here. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
All
Thank
right,
you.
later.
Peace. All right, that was super dope. Quarter one big deal. Make sure y'all tune in to DLE Radio. Make sure y'all go to AMPspire Media Network tomorrow. You're going to catch this episode there. Let me get the banners popping. You know how we do. Here we go. There we go. All right, bow. Of course, download free on Roku TV. Get your AMPspire Media Network app so you can get all this inspiration. I am your amputee influencer and podcaster, Plum Queen. You can definitely check out my QR code, scan that, take a picture of that, whatever it is that you got to do, so you can have all access to all of this inspiration. Everything that we're doing here at AMPspire Media, everything that we have going on is on there. So absolutely check us out. All right. So just like Quite One Big Deal, you know what I'm saying? We're helping out businesses as well. Grow your business with us. All digital marketing agency teams support you in all your projects so that you can achieve your objectives. You can contact us now at 478-318-6933, or you can email us at ampspirecontent999@yahoo.com. All right. So as you can see, we have several podcasts. We're about to have some radio on there. So, any business that you are running that coincides with that, it would be a perfect spot for you. So hit us up so we can support your business and we can get you some exposure and get you some clients. Okay. And also, Be Inspired Apparel, as you can see, 33 Master Teacher is doing her modeling thing. When I turn my camera back on, you can see my shirt. But our apparel and merch line, it pretty much is the embodiment of helping people get through adversity and thriving afterwards. So that is the message that you will be sending. That is how you're going to feel when you wear Be Inspired Apparel. So that's b-inspired-apparel.myshopify.com. Get you some leggings, get you a hoodie, get you a shirt, get you a bag. We got umbrellas, we got mugs, you know what I'm saying? We got slides, we got everything that you can possibly need. You know what I'm saying? So you can embody this inspiration. All right. So that's all we have for this evening. I appreciate y'all time and your energy. Make sure next week you tune in to Soul Sister Therapy Childhood Trauma Podcast on Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. And always check out AMPspire interviews. We have a couple more new people that's on the books that I can't wait to interview, so y'all can get some more of this inspiration and y'all can see what we got going on out here. So love, love, love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, be inspired. Peace.